So who opened the gates of hell and caused the hundreds of years of war, millions of deaths? Well, you can blame that on one group, one singular group, and that is the Templars. Now, admittedly, the title of this video is a bit of a clickbait because I just answered that question really fast. The real question is the why. Why would devoted soldiers of God turn their back on the Lord and start doing lines of cocaine off of Satan's ass?
Why are you gay?
Now the answer to that question is God only knows. Literally, that's the only character in the story who knows. God themselves. So, all we can really do is theorize, and that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be giving you a bunch of different theories on why the Templars may have betrayed God. It's as simple as it sounds. Satan's a very convincing dude. He managed to convince someone to eat an apple that they were specifically told not to eat. He was basically able to convince everyone to do anything he wanted, other than Jesus. He's the only dude who didn't get corrupted by the devil. So, to say that a bunch of normal-ass humans would be able to get corrupted wouldn't be that far of a stretch. Now, maybe they couldn't get corrupted because there are like a few humans who are like devout enough to the Lord to say no to the devil, but still. Okay, so this theory is just completely conspiracy brain, like barely true, but it's actually probably going to be true. Just like another conspiracy theory, but I think you can fill in the rest. But maybe the Templars were scapegoats, that's the theory. Maybe someone didn't want them to, have as much power as they did, so they used them as a scapegoat for something that someone else did. Someone else opened the gate, and they got blamed for it. This could be, historically speaking, true, because during this time the Templars were seen as a satanic organization. Something that I could see as a really cool storyline they could do is that the Templars began to see themselves as equals to God, maybe even above him, the same as Lucifer. So Lucifer used that to say, hey man, we are not so different. You guys are dying for God's name, and yet God does not respect you. I respect you. I see you as an equal, unlike God who sees you as a servant. Open the gates of hell for me, and you can be kings in my new world. He could tell them that, and they'd yeah, that sounds good. And they opened the gates for him. Now, is this just a replay of the other option, of the very first one, of convincing them? Yeah, pretty much. I'll need to fill time somehow, and this is the best way. So, in the lore, it was said that the Templars found something, and that, like an ancient demonic artifact, corrupted them, and caused them to betray God, and begin worshipping Satan. This is probably the most logical answer, and the most likely one, but it could be church propaganda, because in lore, the lore book that we're using is church propaganda. It is possible that the Templars committed such horrendous crimes in taking Jerusalem that God themselves looked at it and said, nope, and just left them to be damned. And by doing this, he inevitably caused them to fall into Satan's hands. Now, do I believe this is what happens? No. This, out of all my theories, is the least likely. And it makes a bunch of different assumptions, one of which that God is not omniscient and can't like see the future, which in this world is pretty possible. There's a likelihood that he isn't omniscient, but another assumption is that the Templars did something just beyond the veil of messed up and going straight into like, this is borderline Satan worship type stuff. Okay, so those are all of my theories of how the Templars could have been corrupted into turning against God. So if any of you have any ideas, I would love to hear them in the comments down below. As well as that, like, comment, again, and subscribe. I'm planning on recreating the Crusades once I hit 1 million subscribers. You too!